seemingly unlocked another level to his game, which is scary. Austin Reeves has also shined in a bigger role, and this dynamic duo has Lakers fans thinking, obviously, big things for the future. Now, Luka leads the league with 37 points in his 7 games this season, with Reeves not far behind, scoring just over 30 points per game. So LeBron, itching to come back, and it'll be sooner rather than later. When he does return, Stephen A., what kind of impact is he going to have on this squad?
This is very interesting. We only got a quick point, so I'm going to make it very, very quick. LeBron James is the most interesting and compelling story in the NBA right now because of this reason. The Lakers are winning without him. Luka Doncic is a leading candidate for league MVP honors without him. Austin Reeves is averaging 30 without him, and the Lakers are winning without him. When you come back, we know what a basketball savant LeBron James is. We all know that. But because of Austin Reeves, he ain't going to affect Luka because Luka's going to have the ball in his hands and Luka's going to do what Luka does. But how LeBron James plays is going to determine, in large part, the success of Austin Reeves moving forward. So can he fit in, fit out? What you going to do? How are you going to do it? That's going to be the interesting part, because if he does it right, the Lakers, at the very least, could end up in the conference finals against Oklahoma City. That's what we're talking about here. That's how significant LeBron James' return could end up being for the Lakers.
Wagyu, what do you think?
I'm going to give LeBron benefit of the doubt. I think he's one of the most cerebral basketball players that this game has ever seen, and he'll figure out a way to allow Austin Reeves to continue doing what he's doing. Remember, we used to get on this guy for making the right plays early in his career as opposed to taking shots to try to hit game winners. But I'm going to get to this point now. I think LeBron understands that this team is young and they're moving in a direction of where they'll be without him. He needs to come in and help facilitate. And if winning the NBA championship is his main priority and goal, he's going to make sure that Austin Reeves and Luka Doncic feel like they are the driving force for this football team, with all of us knowing how important LeBron is going to be if they have a chance to win a championship.
I agree 100%. I expect LeBron to fit in perfectly. I understand there's a little pressure on him because they've played well, and Doncic has been great. Reeves, he had some 50-point games already this year?
51 against Sacramento.
51. I expect LeBron to hang in there pretty good. Houston's good. Denver's very good. Oklahoma City is great.
San Antonio.
And San Antonio. But they're a little young.
Yeah, they're a little young, but Wembanyama is playing like...
Oh, he's unbelievable. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. He has been. But still, you got to figure Denver, OKC, Lakers, and maybe Houston are the 4 best teams in the conference. And I'll tell you something right now, too. Oklahoma City last night, they killed the Warriors. And the Warriors brought everybody there. And they were up by 45 points at the end of the third quarter. They're almost trying to prove to people that last year was not a fluke.
Well, they're not. Listen, they got the best record in basketball right now. Oklahoma City ain't worried about a damn thing. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is just going out there being who he is and reminding you there's levels to this, and I'm on it, okay? But if Luka continues to look the way that he looks and Austin Reeves isn't compromised and LeBron is who we know him to be, it can get very interesting.
Doncic has 260 points through 7 games so far this season.
By the way.
And don't forget a couple years ago what Luka was able to do against OKC. Even in losing the series.
He beat him. He beat him in
the playoffs. And by the way, that's why Nico Harrison got fired. It ain't just because Dallas is 3-8 and Anthony Davis is only playing at 14.
Luka's playing great. Yeah.
It's because Luka is looking phenomenal. That's why Nico's out.
I agree with you. All right.
Made a mistake, right? And so they feel like they made a mistake trading for Luka Doncic for Anthony Davis. That's the reality of the situation.
Last question to you, because I know you got to go, because this story is obviously percolating. Everybody's talking about it. You got other responsibilities. Appreciate you making time for me, my man. I'll ask you this last question. Switching to the Lakers because of Luka Doncic, which right now, to me, legitimate argument, he's number 1 in line for the MVP. He's averaging 37, 9, and 9. I'm keeping my eyes on Wemby because he's just on another level himself. But Luka Doncic right now is playing out of his mind. And I'm looking at the Los Angeles Lakers, a 4th seed at 8-3 in the Western Conference right now, all without LeBron James. And I'm saying the most interesting story percolating right now is LeBron James in the NBA. Because when he comes back, it's clearly Luka's show. How is LeBron James going to adjust, not just with playing with Luka on this level, but also not affecting Austin Reeves, who's been balling as well. The Lakers and LeBron James, to me, might be the most compelling story in the NBA. And I think this firing of Nico Harrison, which ultimately brings even more attention to Luka, brings more attention to the storyline I just brought up. To that, you say what?
I say that LeBron James is 40, about to be 41 in year 23. But if there's a player that I know will not have a problem figuring out from a basketball smarts perspective how he fits in, I think it'll be him. I think the bigger question is, what is he going to look like? Like, what kind of LeBron James are we going to see back on the floor? He hasn't played in such a long time. He dealt with a knee injury. Now he's dealing with this sciatica, which is an injury that happens as you get older. And so I'm curious to see how he looks, what kind of LeBron James we're going to get when he's on the floor. But from a basketball smarts perspective, this is the first time we're seeing LeBron James in a position where he's on the floor and he's not the only number one alpha. This is Luka Doncic's team. The moment they went and traded for Luka Doncic, the Lakers did in February, this became his team. Now, whether they wanted to just admit it publicly, he's the face of this franchise. With or without LeBron James on the roster, he's going to remain the face of the franchise. Everything they do is him, his stamp of approval. It's no longer with the LeBron James input and all of that. But listen, LeBron is a legend. He's a guy, we don't know how much longer he's going to play. If there's a player that's going to figure this out, though, and figure out his role, I think it's going to be him.
He's a legend. He's a legend. He's one of the greatest Mount Rushmore basketball. We will never take that away from him. I'm just interested, and I'm not even thinking about Luka because Luka's going to have the ball in his hands. So I'm not worried about Luka. I'm thinking about LeBron with an Austin Reeves and others because of the way they've been playing with Reeves.
Exactly. And what Reeves is doing, he's looking like an all-star, an all-NBA player right now. Luka Doncic, already we know what he's capable of. He's an MVP candidate. Like, I think LeBron's sitting back probably saying that if there were any questions about this team, you're getting a lot of answers. This team is clearly a contender. This is clearly a team that's competing at a really high level. And then you insert a guy that was a top 15 player a year ago. I think the sky's the limit for this team. But yeah, I mean, you have to let AR be who AR is, and you have to let Luka play like how Luka is.
I'm thinking if LeBron
I think he'll do that.
I'm thinking if LeBron doesn't have a negative effect on Austin Reeves, and I'm not saying he will, because I don't think he will, because he is a basketball savant. So I'm thinking about him. I'm thinking about Luka. If LeBron James comes back and he figures out, which we know he's fully capable of doing, to be just as effective, albeit in a different kind of manner, being that wide receiver per se, playing in the post a little bit more per se. If LeBron figures that out, Lakers can go to the finals. Lakers go to the finals, man. They got a chance. Last comment from you.
This whole trade and like what we're gonna see from the fallout of it, and if Luka Doncic isn't playing at this level that we're seeing right now, if the Lakers aren't winning at this level, if the situations are reversed, Nico Harrison is still employed. This is the biggest "what have you done for me?" the biggest results-based business move that we've seen. Nico put it all out on the line for this trade, and I just can't. I can't fathom how ironic it is that February 9 months ago, Luka Doncic was traded with a calf strain, and now Nico Harrison is fired while Anthony Davis is out with a calf strain.
And that's it. And Anthony Davis, like you said, is 6 years older. And that's ultimately what doomed your faith. It ain't even about Anthony Davis's game, because we know when he's healthy, he's good for 28 and 12 a night. It's really about the fact that he's unavailable, and that's what you traded a superstar 6 years his junior for. That's really what it comes down to. Shams Charania, you are the best.
I have one more final word.
Please, go ahead.
Basketball gods.
Please, go ahead.
The basketball gods, whatever was with the Luka Doncic trade, the basketball gods were not on the Mavericks side at all.
At all.